Hey, Redesigning Health and Home, we have some news that we've been sitting on and we cannot wait to share it. We're about to burst.
Kerri and I are taking Redesigning Health and Home, the podcast, on the road.
Stick around for all the details.
Welcome to Redesigning Health and Home. I'm Meg.
And I'm Kerri. We love creating beautiful, functional spaces and living healthy, vibrant lives. So join us as we chat about simple, practical ways to take care of your body, mind, and your home. Whether it's fitness tips, home decor ideas, or navigating those big life moments, we're here to share what's working for us and what isn't, with some encouragement along the way.
And occasionally, we'll sprinkle in some fun topics to brighten your day and to make you smile. Let's redesign this life together, one step, one room, and one habit at a time. Welcome to Redesigning Health and Home. It's Meg and Kerri, and today we have a super exciting announcement. So Kerri and I are going to chat after this little talk we want to share with you all, and we're really excited. Hi, Kerri.
Hey, Meg, we are very excited to share our news today. And Meg, why don't you just launch right in?
We've been sitting on some very exciting news, and we're just about to burst. We're just so excited. We're taking this show, Redesigning Health and Home, on the road, literally.
Yes, we are. We're packing up our microphones and our laptop, and we're taking Redesigning Health and Home on the road for the very first time. And Meg, do you want to share where it is that we're going?
We are going to the beautiful Camp Aramoni on Friday, July 31st is our event.
Yes, it's going to be beautiful weather. The venue itself is amazing, and we saw it kind of in the dead of winter. So we're excited to go and see it when it's in all of its blooming glory. The staff there was amazing and said to us, "We can't wait for you to see the camp when it's in its full bloom." And so July 31st is going to be just absolutely perfect to see all of its glory.
We can't wait, and we hope that you all will join us. And it's not going to just be an event, it is an experience. We're moving you from your headphones to the 19th century brickyard in the woods.
Yes. So the camp itself is situated very close to Starved Rock, which will mean something to people local to the Chicagoland. It is a beautiful historical site, actually. It's beautiful in itself, but the camp is right off of the Vermilion River. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from downtown Chicago. 90 minutes from where I live. It's situated on this historic site that used to be a working brickyard. And the people who purchased the property had such great vision to turn this brickyard into an event venue.
It is absolutely beautiful. And you mentioned Starved Rock. So we're a Friday night. Our event is Wonderful Friday Night, but Starved Rock also has great hiking trails and you can make a weekend out of it. But we're really hoping that you can come. So, yes, the location is nestled in Tonica, Illinois, like you said, right near Starved Rock State Park. And we will be at the Brick and Stones venue.
Yes, so there's two parts to the camp. The Brick and Stone venue, as Meg mentioned, they've preserved quite a few of the structures from the original brickyard. And so the buildings themselves are just so interesting with the history that goes along with it. And then the second half of the property is the actual camp. Now, when we say camp, this is glamping in the true sense of the word. And we'll talk a little bit more about the glamping part. But the whole property itself, you can see the Vermilion River right from the property. And it's nestled in all these trees. And it's just super romantic and beautiful. And we're so excited to go there.
We are really excited to be a part of their event calendar. And when we went for our tour, the wonderful staff showed us all around. And the love that they have for it. They are there daily, taking the best care of the grounds. At Camp Aramoni, there's two entrances that you can get into. So we will have one entrance. And then if you are doing the glamping part, there's another entrance that's really a secure, beautiful entrance to their property. And they have this old time, what is it, Carrie? The silver trailers. What are those called?
Oh,
Airbus?
that Airstream. Air
Airstream that is a bar and it's open, and I think you get a lot of nice amenities if you stay at their camp, but our event itself will be full of fun activities and community building, and it's just gonna, like Carrie says often, fill your cup.
Yes, yes. So first of all, you're driving out of the city. You're going to automatically feel more relaxed just because of the beautiful surroundings. Our goal is to entertain you with just some light-hearted fun, some information along the way too, if you want to learn some things, but mostly just like Meg said, a fill your cup event where we're going to all get together and just have the best time.
Have the best time, a total sensory reset. Listening is great. We love all of our listeners and followers and on social, but you actually will be able to feel this movement and see what's happening a little bit behind the scenes.
So when we were invited to join the event calendar, we discussed with the Camp Aramoni staff what exactly we could do to bring some fun to the guests that are going to attend the event. And we decided to break it into 4 pieces. The first piece is a live podcast. So we're going to bring, as we said, our microphones and our laptop. We're going to do a Redesigning Health and Home podcast episode live in front of the audience or guests that attend the event. So that's the very first piece that we're doing. We'll have a little Q&A at the end of that, and we're just super excited. We've never done a live podcast like this before, and so I am excited about the energy that the audience is going to bring to us, and just being able to share with the guests kind of a little behind the scenes of this is how a podcast works if they haven't seen one before.
Fantastic. And even before that, Carrie, the doors are going to open an hour before so people can come and mingle. And I think there is a bar you can grab a iced tea or a soda or maybe even a cocktail if you wish. So there'll be time to do a little meet and greet and talking before we get started. So that's fun.
Absolutely. Check out the beautiful venue itself even before we get started. After we do the live podcast, we're going to have a little break. Let everybody get up and go and grab another beverage for themselves or just stretch their legs. And then I'm going to do a presentation on setting a beautiful tablescape for, I think the theme is going to be fall because it's end of July when we're doing this. And so people are starting to think about those fall holidays. And so it's going to be a fall inspired tablescape. I want to go through all the steps of how to pull together just a beautiful table for your guests.
We've all seen Carrie's pictures of her party planning and some of the fun things that she's done to make the parties just shine. So I know it's going to be spectacular. So, Carrie, I can't wait for that. And yes, after that portion, little break again, and then we're going to move. We're going to move our body.
Yes. So Meg's going to bring her personal trainer and fitness instructor. She's going to put that hat on. She's going to bring all of her energy and lead us in a wonderful movement class. But Meg, share a little bit about where we're hoping that to be as long as the weather holds.
I was just going to say that as long as that weather holds, we're going to be under a beautiful pavilion with sparkly lights, and the camp might have some yoga mats for us to use, or we're just going to stand and be moving our body a little bit. We'll have some music in the background. It'll just feel light and fun and great for your body.
When we were speaking with the staff at Camp Aramoni, the name that popped to mind for Meg's session was a sunset stretch, because some of the guests who come are actually going to stay, for the in the glamping area, or maybe they're staying somewhere nearby or traveling home. But we just thought, how fun is that to be outside on a summer evening under a pavilion with lights? Are you kidding me? Doing a sunset stretch? Like, I just think that that just sounds so amazing.
Yes, yes, we might do a little movement before the stretch or the full stretch, so more details to come. Well, the details are available on their website for sure as far as getting tickets. But then, Carrie, what's the last part of our event?
Yes. So then after Meg and I have done our thing, we get to relax a little bit. And there's going to be a bit of a mix and mingle kind of time. And Camp Aramoni has graciously offered to do wood fired pizza in their outdoor ovens. And guests will again be welcome to get a beverage, pull up a Adirondack chair, or just mix and mingle on their beautiful deck that overlooks the Vermilion River. And one of the things I remember about speaking with the staff there, and Meg talked about how excited they are to work there, but they also clearly have such a connection with one another. Like they're friends, they're all friends. And they laugh about how they practically live there, but it's because they just love what they do. But Jennifer, who's the owner, one of the owners, she and her husband own the property, had the inspiration when when they were kind of turning it from a brickyard into a venue. She wanted just to have wildflowers growing everywhere, and they told us that she took handfuls of wildflower seeds and just threw them. Like, just threw these seeds everywhere. And I have to tell you, since they told us that, I can't wait to see the wildflowers. Like, I want to see how they look in July. I'm so excited for that.
I am really thrilled to see that too. It's going to be fun. And I think what we're giving out is what we want people to experience, just a warm, welcoming community. Come meet some new friends. Even if you buy a solo ticket, we will be so happy to have you. And hopefully, maybe you'll mingle and meet some new people. Yes, again, we're hoping it's a fill your cup night. We want you to leave with some design tips, maybe a refreshed body, and a new wonderful community of friends. And we just hope that you will attend.
Yes. So the tickets are only $45 to come for the evening. As Meg mentioned, the event itself is from 6 to 9. I reached out to a couple girlfriends who live in the Chicagoland area and said, "Hey, we're taking the podcast on the road." And the response I got was, "Where on earth is Tonica, Illinois?"
Where
And
is Tonica, Illinois?
where is Tonica, Illinois? So it is pretty much directly west of the city of Chicago. And so I said to them, this is a great opportunity for you to grab a friend, get out of town, come and breathe some nice fresh air, and just have a fill your cup evening. The town of Tonica is located very close to Peoria. So people in the Peoria area, it would be an easy drive for them to come up and join us as well.
And if you're a listener or follower that lives out of state, out of town, or not that close to Tonica, Illinois, we would love for you to check out their website for these beautiful tents. Some hold more than just one person. I think one or two of the tents hold six. I'm not sure their availability, so check it out. And they also have a wonderful Airbnb on site. I believe it's on their website. You can check that out, make a weekend of it, grab some neighbors, or again, just come on by yourself, and we would love to have you there. So grab your tickets. The link is in our show notes, and the tickets are limited.
The tickets are limited, and Meg and I would be so excited if we looked out and saw some of our listeners in the audience. Whether you decide to come out for the evening or maybe make a bit of a weekend out of it, there's the adorable town of Utica, Illinois, just minutes from Camp Aramoni. Meg and I stopped there to have a bite. Oh my gosh, how delicious was that?
That lunch was super. After our tour, Carrie and I were just searching for a little bite to eat, and we found really cute downtown, and we stopped in, and the food was delicious. And I actually thought, oh gosh, I should get some to go because it was so good.
Yes. And when we came out to our cars, we noticed that there was lots more places for food and little shops to check out. So if you're in the area, there's much to see. As we mentioned, Starved Rock. If you don't know what Starved Rock is, do a little Google search. But Starved Rock State Park is an amazing place in itself to visit. Maybe if you stick around, you could go to Starved Rock on Saturday.
So fun. So, for this event, please go to camparamoni.com and then find their event calendar. Scroll down to July 31st, and you'll see an evening with Redesigning Health and Home. Tickets are available there.
And it is limited, as Meg said. I believe there's only 40 tickets available. And so you're definitely going to want to grab those sooner than later so that you make sure that you get a seat for the event.
Well, we hope to see you there. So, Kerri and I are going to be working behind the scenes to make it just a wonderful event. But hey, Kerri, is there anything else you wanted to share about that one?
I think that we're going to be talking more about Camp Aramoni leading up to the event. So today was just a little teaser, a little taste of what's to come. But Meg, I need to revisit a topic that we just discussed recently. So first of all, Meg is wearing, what color would you call that? Like an
Aqua?
aqua blue, yeah. Beautiful top that is in her color wheel. But I also know that recently your daughter was at your home and that you were talking a little bit about the whole color analysis episode. So I'm dying to know, what did she think about it?
Well, I didn't even know that this was a thing for her that she's been looking into too, just like
Oh,
your
wow.
daughter, really loves it. She
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I've been doing the quizzes and stuff." And she told me we didn't even do anything, but she said, "I'm a light summer." So it's been really fun. I said, "Oh, you can carry the palette in your phone, a picture so you
Yeah.
can shop your colors." And it really has made, like we've said the last couple episodes, I mean, it's made a difference for what I'm looking at in my closet, not even shopping. But
Right.
Kerri, thank you. Kerri sent me this beautiful color top, and I've just been enjoying wearing it because it is in my color wheel. Have you been digging in?
Yeah, so yes, but almost more from the perspective of looking at my closet and going, yeah, none of those are in my, my color wheel. So I think they need to, add on out of here. But it is fun to put on those colors and just see what it does to your skin. So anyway, I had to ask because I knew that you just had the kids up and I wanted to know if you had a chance to talk to your
We
daughter
did.
about it.
Apparently, it's a hot topic with the young adults right
Sure.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Kerri and I are going to chat a little bit and catch up because we wanted to still have our regular morning chat. Kerri, on our episode that released not too long ago,
Hmm.
you were up on a ladder with a drill and a drape, and
Hmm.
then also doing a special project you were mentioning. So
Yes.
I have to ask, do you have two drapes hanging now?
I have 2 drapes hanging now, yay! Yes,
Fantastic.
yes, and I wanted, some shears to go under like, behind the drapes just to soften the light, but not block the light, and that was a journey in itself, trying to find shears that went well with the drapes, because I was shopping online and trying to match the color. I think the 3rd time was a charm. I had to send 2 back because they were, too white or maybe too beige or whatever. So anyway, I've got a nice match now. Those are up. So the project, you asked me if it was a mounted fish on the wall, and thankfully it is not that. But my husband is very big on playing the guitar, and he also makes cigar box guitars. So cigar boxes, we don't smoke, but cigar boxes are a thing. And most of them are quite decorative, actually, like the lid is quite decorative. And somewhere he learned about making these cigar box guitars. So it's making a guitar out of a cigar box. And then most of his, not all, but most of his, he put license plates on the front of the guitar. And so, yeah, the handle made out of wood, the strings, the whole thing. And there's a specific way to play these. And then he's also got his guitars, acoustic. He's also got an electric guitar that he recently did a little splurge on. And so the guitars themselves are kind of works of art. So he has all these guitars, and his workshop is in the basement. And so the guitars were just kind of scattered around randomly in the basement. And I said to him, why don't you create kind of frames, like almost shadow box type, to put on the wall to put your guitars in? And he got excited about that, and he made 3 of them. So one houses his electric guitar, and the other 2, there's 2 cigar box guitars in each. And his acoustic guitars are on stands right in front of our fireplace on the main floor. So he spent all this time making these beautiful shadow boxes. They turned out very nice. And I got thinking, if he hangs them in the basement, he's never going to play them. And no one's ever going to see these. So I thought, why don't we just put them upstairs in our main family room? Which, because I'm a decorator, I is controlling a bad word? I'm a little bit picky about what I put in my house on display. And so I had to think really hard about it, because I thought, is this my aesthetic to have these 3 giant, and they are very large shadow boxes with guitars in our main living space? And it made me think about how we talk about right sizing and redesigning and letting your home reflect who you are. And 2 things occurred to me. This is our house. It can reflect who we are. They're very interesting, definitely conversation starter. And I knew that it would make my husband feel proud to be able to display his hard work. And he has played his guitars more now, because they're available, than he has in years, because they're right there. And so I get serenaded very often. He put lights in them, so the lights shine down and they change colors if he wants to set them that way. They're programmable and on remotes and all that. And so I will eventually share a video of these shadow boxes. They're not going to be everybody's taste, but I think the point that I came to was I knew it was going to bring him so much joy. And I thought it was a cool, unique thing to our home. Not everybody has shadow boxes full of guitars on their wall. And I was like, why the heck not? So that's what we did.
Well, you have to do a little video and
I will.
share this wall. Now, are there hooks to hold the guitars?
Yeah, so there's guitar hangers inside each of the boxes. So there's, like I said, 2 cigar box in one. The middle one has the electric guitar, which was kind of his baby, and then the other one has 2 more cigar box guitars, and then the 2 acoustic guitars on stands in front of our fireplace. You would think we had an entire band living in our house with how many guitars there are. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and he's really enjoying it.
That is so wonderful. I'm so happy he's using the guitars and you have right size for yourself. And that's what we need to do. Now, are the boxes enclosed so when he's grabbing them on and off, it's not right on the wall? Or how does that look?
That's right. So there's wood on the back of each of the boxes that he painted with the blackest black paint, which he had actually, I think he saw a video about, and it is incredibly black. It's actually pretty cool. And so those are the background, and that's what the hooks for the guitars are hung on. So there's no scraping of the walls. So when you buy a shadow box for like a baseball that you a keepsake or something, imagine like that, but no glass on the front, because he needs to get them in and out. So, yeah, so that's what they are. But I will share a video about those. And it's been super fun to see how proud he is of what he created, but also how much he uses his guitars now, right? He doesn't have to go hang out in the basement by himself.
Okay, so when you mentioned the idea, hey, let's do this in the living space
Yeah.
upstairs,
Yeah.
what was his reaction?
He was so excited. He was so excited. Well, first of all, he said, "Oh, that's a cool idea," and then we had to do some measurements because 'cause they're large. We had to move a few things, but, yeah, they look great, and it's just kind of a super cool, unique something to our house, so why not?
It sounds unique and fun. Perfect. Well, the second thing I wanted to talk to you about today was April showers bring May flowers.
Mhm.
And you have shared, my children have shared, and now I'm sharing. We've had some really wild spring storms.
Yeah, the April has really been working overtime with the showers. Last night, we had, well, I believe there were tornadoes that touched down in Rockton, which is very close to Rockford, Illinois. So yeah, the sirens were definitely going off, and yeah, it's been incredibly rainy. The grass has never looked greener, but yeah, it's been a lot of rain lately.
I heard about that last night and I saw it. So you had the sirens going off.
So we didn't have the tornado sirens outside, but our weather radio kept going off, telling us areas that were pretty close to us, actually, where that was saying, please take shelter now, basically.
Wow.
So, and I did see some footage of that Rockton tornado. I haven't heard if there was significant damage to anyone's property, and I do hope that everyone stayed safe during that storm. But yeah, spring in Illinois is no joke when it comes to the weather and the tornadoes. When we lived in Rochester, New York for 8 years, I think it was, we got a break from that. But coming back, it's a real deal, and it is something we do have to take seriously. So yeah, April's been
Absolutely.
April's been a little wild.
April's been a little wild. I've heard that definitely. And Thursday night here, it was a beautiful, hot day.
Mhm.
Then literally a second later, just this crazy wind came, and we have these mats, really heavy, thick, almost garage mats that we
Mhm.
put on our one of the patios. You
Mhm.
have to have two people move them. They went flying across, and we thought, wait, what is happening? And then our power went out, and it was a little touch and go for a little bit, but everything was okay. Power
Yeah.
came back, and but yeah, we've had those springs. So I think those Mayflowers should be coming.
Yes, yes. That will be the bonus of dealing with the weather. Soon it will be Mayflowers. Then it will be the lovely weather of June, and then Camp Aramoni in July.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, brought it right back there, perfect. So Carrie and I are gonna do a lot of work behind the scenes to make this event super fun and hopefully a night to remember.
It will be an evening to remember for sure, and we're going to work our buns off to make it that way.
So check the show notes, go to camparamoni.com for your tickets. We would love for you to block that weekend out for some special time for yourself, whether you use your planner or digital calendar, block it out, come join us, and we'll have a good time together.
Absolutely. A little mini retreat in the middle of the summer. For everybody who tuned in today, we appreciate you so much. If you would take a moment to make sure that you're following us, that goes a long way to us finding more listeners to join our audience, which we would love. A rate and review, we would appreciate as well if you could take a moment to do that for us. And meanwhile, until next Friday, we hope you have a great week and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks for listening to the Redesigning Health and Home podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, we would love for you to like, share, and follow along so you can catch us on all future episodes. You can find me, Meg, at Fit, Fed, Feeling Good on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
And you can find me, Kerri, on my website at homestylewithkerri.com and on Instagram and Facebook at Homestyle with Kerri. That's Kerri. And you can find both of us at Redesigning Health and Home on Instagram and Facebook. So join us next time for more inspiration on creating a home and a lifestyle that truly supports your best self.